Hey guys, it's Molly, and on here, on this channel, we go and talk about our innermost thoughts. So, what is connecting us is our innermost thoughts. So, I'm gonna go and talk to you guys about what is weird, what is the meaning of it, and just more breaking it down on certain thoughts on just overall the entire idea of what is weirdness, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of my experience and just the way that the way it's framed in people's minds. So, what exactly is weirdness? So, how I view it is it's a perception of, so it's someone that thinks, it's a perception of how someone views another person, and or it could be just in general, overall, of how something is. So it could be just an object too, it could be really anything, any kind of situation, weirdness. So it's a perception. So personally, when it comes to what is weird, it's basically passed down ideas on what is the norm in society. So I couldn't really say exactly on overall on what is considered normal, because everywhere you go, there is a different culture of how things are ran. And so there are certain ideas in each culture or each place that you're at, then it's considered what is normal. So for an example, like if you are in a home situation and you have your family, so there are certain ideas in each person's mind on what is normal. Now, when you go outside and you go to school, for an example, and you are in a classroom, obviously it's going to be different on what is viewed normal, on the behaviors, what everyone else thinks is what everyone should be doing. So kind of how I view it is a bunch of sheep out there, and people go and want to follow along what everyone else is doing. So you know how a sheep is, they have white wool. So for people that want to fit in, then they'll go and, like, if they have different color wool, they're gonna go dye their color wool to white and then start matching up to the rest of them. So when it comes to weirdness, and especially when we are very young, we are told certain things on how to behave and how we should view everything. And it gets really ingrained in us of what we should think of everyone else, pretty much. And so we go and pass down on what people should look like, or pass down on how someone should behave at all times and behind doors, or how others go and should their lifestyle, or just everything about them, certain thoughts that they should have. And if you have other certain thoughts, then it is considered shameful, and that is what others would view. If they know those thoughts, then they consider it weirdness. So let's just break this down. So weirdness, people view, is something that is considered abnormal and not following the rest of the crowd. And what I personally think is that when it comes to weirdness, you are a threat to the rest of the entire group. So if you really think about it, ask yourself this question. So let's just say, if you have been labeled weird and there's this group of people around right here, and then there is you, and you are considered weird. Okay? Now, and they won't go and let you be in this circle, right? And why do you think that this group of circle do not want you in? Why? It's most likely because of this entire group has a certain perception of what you should behave like, or just the way you think. Now, when it comes to attacking someone that is viewed weird, why in the world would others want to go after you? Like, if you have something that is abnormal, why do you think they want to attack you? It's because you have something that they do not have, and they secretly, deep down, want that. And so to go and make themselves feel better that they don't have what you have is to go and start attacking it. So you are considered a threat to this group, technically speaking. And because if you are part of the group right here and you act exactly how you're supposed to act and think and whatnot, then they do not view the rest as a threat. At least that's what you think. Now, if you go and start reading their minds and breaking down their thought processes, they go and start changing it to mold to be in this group. But in reality, if one of them, let's say there's 5, and one of them is starting to change in a certain way, they're going to start viewing this person as a threat. And so they're going to go and start being mean. And so you have to view it that way. When you are considered weird to someone, you are considered a threat, because you stand out and you have something that the others do not have. And it is something to be proud of, because when we are young, we are taught to be ashamed of whatever gift that you have, or talent, or whatever it is that makes you stand out, right? And we feel shameful for it. So we do all these certain actions, a whole bunch of actions, to go and start fitting in to the rest of the group. But once you go and, let's say you did all the actions that you felt that you needed to do, you go into this group. Now, if you go and accidentally slip up and you say something or do something that is not what the rest is group doing, they're going to immediately kick you out or go and start up some things to make you feel that you need to leave. And so basically, everyone has weirdness in them. It's just that some people hide it and some people just let it flow. And the point of life is to go and experience things and to go and do all the things that you ever imagined and to go and be yourself. And so many people are being filtered and told exactly how to think and behave. And so they are with the rest of the group, and they are unhappy inside, internally, deep down, but they are just really good at covering it up. And how do I know this? Because when I was younger, I used to be considered weird to people. And I was told this all the time at school. And a lot of the time, it was behind my back. And when I was young, I felt very ashamed, I guess, or guilty or uncomfortable whenever I was with the group. Now, when you become older and you go and see your gifts and talents, you start embracing that weirdness and you go and use this as your strength when you get older. And then what happens is when you go and start embracing your weirdness, or what people view is abnormal, then you go and start influencing. Because what they're afraid of, the group, is someone else influencing the rest of the group to go and, change things up, because people are, scared of just having things change. So you have to view it in this way, guys, when it comes to what is considered weird, and it is something to be proud of, okay? And I understand that a lot of the time in people's household, it is considered bad, because I have been told this a lot of my life, that being weird it's just no, like you have to be with the rest of the group. But if I go and look closely at the rest of the group, I can tell they are extremely unhappy with themselves, because they are not living the life that they have always dreamed of, and they're not using their gifts and talents to get where they want to be in life. So that is the point of being weird and embracing it. You go and use it as a way to influence and to go and have all the abundance that you ever dreamed of in this world, because it is all possible. We all have that in our DNA to go and have the abundance. We all have. It's just that we have to learn to embrace what is it that makes us stand out, and to go and accept who we are. So what I do is I go and tell myself that I am an amazing person, and I do not care what anyone thinks. I do not care. I have embraced on my authenticity, and to go and be able to go and influence other people, to go and see that they stand out and they can live the life that they want. And we all have the power to go and create whatever it is that we have thought of in our mind. Okay? So I want you guys to know deep down that honestly, being weird is a good thing. It's something to be proud of, and to have your head held up high. When someone goes and looks at someone that is weird, they are saying very negative things in their mind, right? And ask yourself, would you want to go and be part of that group that is saying all these negative things? Do you? Or would you rather go and be part of a group that is embracing what makes them stand out, and they are living the life that they have ever dreamed of? So you have to think of it that way. So when there is a collective group and they are looking at you as, I don't like that person, whatever. This is the exact thoughts they're thinking in their mind. And you have to remind yourself that this is passed down beliefs and ideas from their upbringing and what is around them in their inner circle. So what they're thinking is probably in their head is, ew, gross. I don't like their hair. Ew, I don't like their nose. It's disgusting. Ugh. Their eye color, what? Like, gross. Like, it should be this color, because everyone else in my family has, this blue color. Ugh, why are they that tall? Ew, they have such bad genetics. What else is it that, why do they act like that? Why do they go and walk down the aisle like they are a superstar? Oh my gosh, like, deep down, I really wish I had the confidence to do that. And so they got to go and be mean to that person and try to trip them, or to go and say, ugh, you look like a supermodel. Because when I was younger, I have a lot of confidence. I've always had confidence when I was younger, and as I gotten older, I've gained more and more confidence. And I would go to any place and I would walk like a supermodel. And I used to be ridiculed for this. I used to all the time. And it is to go and try to get you to stop in your confidence. When people are making fun of someone that is confident, they are trying to go and make them lose that confidence and knock them a few pegs so that way they can feel better about themselves. So you have to remind yourself that. So just think that when someone is walking confidently, just let them, okay? And it is something within you. If you do not like it, there's something within you that you need to address and think, I wish I had that confidence. Maybe I could go and learn from them. So another one is, why are they wearing those clothes? It's so ugly. Well, when someone goes and dresses up in whatever clothes that they feel confident in, and they are walking around like, they got it and all that, and the people that are dressing all the same, they wish that they could dress like that and to go and walk around in full-on confidence and being themselves. So while everyone else is wearing the exact same shirt and pants, pretty much. So another one is, they think like that. Like, why the heck do they think like that? They are so stupid. They're so boring and uninteresting. When someone goes and says those things, it is something internally in them that they feel that they are uninteresting and boring. And what they are is they're focusing on the other person. When in reality, what they really need to do is focus on themselves and to go and find whatever hobbies or interests and just focus on that. And go and just, live that life that they always dreamed of than just focusing on someone else, on what they are doing. So another one is, I hate the lifestyle that they have. Like, oh my gosh, it's like dirty and gross is the thought process for some people. And instead of that, it could be pitying, or it could be that they wish they had that and they are living above their means. This seems to be a lot of the time with people that have seen. When I watch them carefully, they are living above their means, and so they have this thought process of, I hate their lifestyle. They're so freaking gross. They are dirty, and they don't go and they don't go and do what I do, pretty much, is the thought process with these types of people. When they are making fun of someone else's lifestyle and it feels, I guess, less to them, it is because they are living above their means, and that is an issue they need to deal with and address. So another one that could be a thought process with some people is when someone is weird, it could be on how they go and talk or how they move. I hate how they talk. Like, oh my gosh, like such a high-pitched voice or such a low-pitched voice. Like, what the heck? The thing is, guys, that when someone goes and has a certain voice, that is something that is out of their control. And if it bothers you, you can go and walk away and you don't get to go and get to know this amazing person and experiences that they have experienced and things that you can learn from this person. So when you go and have these certain ideas in your head, that's so weird, or whatever it is, you are just limiting yourself. That is all you're doing. When you could go and meet all these people that you have certain judgments on, and you could go and make connections with, and you could go and create something together with these people so you can have all the abundance that you've ever wanted in life. So I want you guys to understand, if you have ever been considered weird, and it could be not even just being told it directly. It could be certain glances. It could be certain silences when you walk in. It could be just, being straight up and told that, or to go and change your thought processes. Know that you stand out and you are a threat to society.